You've heard it your whole life. Renting is throwing money away. It's the most repeated piece of money advice on the internet, and it's hiding something. Because here's what nobody tells you. When you buy a house, you're also throwing money away. Thousands of dollars a year. It just disappears so quietly that you never see it leave. By the end of this video, you'll know one number, just one, that tells you, in about 30 seconds on the back of a napkin, whether renting or buying is the smarter money move for you. Realtors won't put this in a brochure. Let's get into it. Okay, so the argument goes like this. When Rick pays rent, that money's gone. He'll never see it again. But when Olivia pays her mortgage, she's building equity. She owns a piece of the house, so buying always wins, right? Not so fast. Let's actually open up Olivia's mortgage payment and look inside, because most people think the whole payment turns into equity. It does not. Here's the part that genuinely shocks people. Olivia borrows $320,000. In her very first year, she pays the bank around $24,000. But of that 24 grand, about $20,600 is pure interest. Only about $3,600 actually becomes hers. So in year one, for every $5 she hands the bank, only about $1 turns into equity. The other $4, gone, thrown away, just like rent. And that's before we even get to the stuff renters never pay: property taxes, homeowners insurance, and the big scary one, maintenance. The new roof, the busted water heater, the furnace that dies at 2 a.m. in January. When something breaks in Rick's apartment, he sends one text. When something breaks in Olivia's house, she writes the check. So owning has its own pile of money that vanishes every single year and never comes back. Researchers actually have a name for it. They call it your unrecoverable costs. Remember that phrase, it's the whole game. Now here's the cost that even smart people forget: the opportunity cost of the down payment. Olivia puts $80,000 down on her house. That money is now locked in the walls. It's frozen. She can't touch it. It doesn't earn anything. It just sits there being a house. But what if Rick, who's renting, takes his 80 grand and does something else with it? He invests it, and here's the quiet magic. At a normal 7% return, that $80,000 roughly doubles in about 10 years. 80 grand becomes 157,000, while Rick does nothing, while he's sleeping. So when we compare renting and buying, it was never really rent versus mortgage. All the money owning burns, versus all the money renting frees up to grow. That's the math they hide, not because it's a conspiracy, but because a house is easy to see and an investment account is invisible. Your brain trusts the thing it can stand inside of. Now, right about here, someone's yelling at their screen, but my house goes up in value. It's an investment. Fair, let's deal with it honestly. Yes, over the long run, homes tend to rise, very roughly in line with inflation, call it a few percent a year. But two things. One, that appreciation has to first dig you out of all those unrecoverable costs we just listed: the interest, the taxes, the maintenance. The house has to climb just to break even on what it's quietly costing you. And two, Rick's investments are appreciating too, historically faster than houses, and without a leaky roof. So it goes up in value, isn't a knockout punch for buying. Both paths grow. The question is which one grows more after the costs, and that is exactly what the napkin is about to tell you. It's called the 5% rule, and financial researchers use it to cut through all the noise. Here's how it works. Take the price of the house you're looking at, multiply it by 5%. That gives you the real yearly cost of owning it, the money you'll never get back, and that 5% breaks into three simple pieces. About 1% for property tax, about 1% for maintenance and upkeep, and about 3% for the cost of your money, the interest you pay the bank, plus the growth you gave up by freezing your down payment in the walls. Add them up, 5%. That's your unrecoverable cost of owning every year. So let's run it. A $400,000 house. 5% is $20,000 a year. Divide by 12, that's about $1,667 a month you're burning just to own it. Now the magic part. Go find what it costs to rent that same house. If you can rent it for less than $1,667 a month, renting is the cheaper move, mathematically, full stop. If renting that same place costs more than that, buying probably wins. That's it, that's the whole tool. Price times 5% divided by 12 compared to rent, 30 seconds on a napkin. Now before you go cancel your house tour, there are three things the napkin doesn't catch, and honest math means showing all sides. Number one, time. Buying a house comes with huge one-time costs: closing fees when you buy, agent commissions, and more fees when you sell. Add the buy side and the sell side together, and you're looking at roughly 9 to 10% of the home's price gone, round trip, on a $400,000 house. That's almost $40,000 in pure transaction costs. That's why you usually need to stay put about 5 years just to break even. Buy a house and move in 2 years. The math almost always loses. Renting wins for short timelines, basically every time. Number 2, rent doesn't sit still. This one cuts the other way in favor of buying. Your rent tends to climb every single year, historically around 3%, but a fixed mortgage payment, it stays frozen for 30 years. So the longer your time horizon, the better buying tends to look, because you lock today's payment while renters keep paying tomorrow's prices. Number 3, and this one's about you, not the house. The whole case for renting only works if you actually invest the difference. If Rick rents and invests the money he saved, he comes out ahead. But if Rick rents and just spends the difference on takeout and gadgets, then owning would have been better, because a mortgage is a forced savings account. It makes you build equity whether you have the discipline or not. So the real question isn't just rent or buy. It's rent and invest, or buy and let the mortgage do the saving for me. Be honest with yourself about which kind of person you are. The math can't do that part for you. So, who wins? Here's the honest answer the brochures won't give you. Renting is not throwing money away. You're paying for flexibility, for zero maintenance, and for the freedom to grow your money somewhere else. And buying is not automatically winning. A lot of what you pay vanishes just as quietly as rent does. And this matters. Sometimes the right answer isn't about money at all. Maybe you want a stable place to raise a family, paint the walls any color you want, and never have a landlord again. That's a real reason to buy. Just know what it's costing you and decide on purpose. That's the whole point of this channel, not telling you what to do, giving you the napkin so you can run the numbers and never get talked into anything again. So here's your homework, and it takes 60 seconds. Step 1, take the price of a house you've actually looked at and multiply it by 5%. Step 2, divide that by 12, that's your true monthly cost to own. Step 3, go pull up what it'd cost to rent that exact same place and compare. Whichever number is smaller is winning. You might be surprised which way it lands. We do one of these money forks every week. Same napkin, new decision. The next one breaks down a $14,000 car mistake almost everyone makes. If that's the kind of math you want to get good at, you know where to find it. Run your numbers. I'll see you at the next fork.